What's up, you homunculi? We're back after I wouldn't say short absence, but we're back with Ring of Honor 2004. I can't remember what episode this is. Doesn't even matter. Let's get right into the show. Tonight, we don't have any pre-show matches. We want to get straight into the action in front of 5,429 people at the Wildwoods Convention Center, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, probably. I don't know. But to start off the show, we got a freestyle segment called Danielson versus Joe announced to be in a cage match tonight in the main event to be sure that there is no disqualifications, no countouts, no forms of cheating. We will keep them both in a cage. 71C plus. Storyline advances. No improvements, obviously. Low heat. What are you talking about? This is the hottest storyline in professional wrestling. Next up, we got Danielson coming out to the ring after being told that this will be a cage match, and he's screaming at Joe. You know, I don't know why he's screaming, to be honest with you. He's just a nerdy-looking white dude, but he's screaming at Joe for costing him his title when I think he won by countout last month, at the last show last week. When was the last show held? I don't know. Right now it's Saturday, week 2, March 2004. I think it was last week that the last event was held. That doesn't matter. That is irrelevant because he's yelling at Joe. Joe comes out. He's taking none of that. He starts blasting him with forearms, and he's just dominating him. And then Danielson, he starts firing him back. They're brawling. They're just going ham on each other. They get into the crowd. The crowd's scattering. They end up leaving through a door that's somewhere in the convention center. I don't know where it leads to, but they're gone. No one can find them, and they leave. So that got a 70C plus. Low experience. So this wasn't negative for the low heat. Now people are getting into it. So for the first match, we have Slugger taking on Don Juan in a terrible match. Slugger defeats him in 5:43 with a body bag. I don't know what that is, but he dominates Don Juan. Not much to say about that. And up next, we have Lynn defending his Pure Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Doug Williams, who he defeats by 2 straight falls in 17:36, with the final fall happening by submission. Lynn makes defense number 2 of his title, 65C. Doug, I'm pretty sure he's going out the door. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. It's been a while since I recorded this episode. Well, the last episode. But 65C, good. Up next, we have Jay Lethal taking on Justin Incredible. And about that, a decent wrestling, but little heat. Justin defeats Jay in 9:57 by pinfall with a super kick. Man, 50D plus, not as good as I'd hoped for, but Jay Lethal actually outshun Justin Incredible, who was off his game apparently, but that does not matter. This isn't the main event, baby. Next up, we got AJ Styles, who is still hurt from the botch by Sanjay Dutt at the last show. Got a damaged neck, so he's working through that. So we gave him just a short match to destroy some spot monkey named Izzy. In a decent match, AJ Styles defeats him in 7:40 by pinfall with a Styles Clash. He was slowed somewhat by the injury. Didn't affect him too much. 64-47. 54C minus overall. Pretty good if I don't say so myself. Up next, we got the Spanish announce team taking on the Outcast Killaz. Oh man. And what's his face? Diabo Santiago. And about that, it's subpar wrestling and little heat. The SAT defeated the Outcast Killers in 8:04 when Jose Maximo defeated Oman Tortuga with a Spanish fly. Jose outshone everybody else, even his brother. I might have to give this man a singles push eventually. I have no idea. Joel was off his game, so that might inflate Jose's performance a little bit. But he stood out as being good, so I think that lines him up for a push eventually. Up next, wait, did I say what the rating was last night match? I don't know. That doesn't matter. And about that, a decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Homicide defeats Jack Evans in 10:43 by pinfall with the 187. Homicide, he's just taking names, kicking ass, chewing bubblegum. I don't know. He's just dominating recently. 51D plus. Not wow. He actually didn't have a very good performance, but Jack did. So not gonna feel bad for giving Jack the L, because he's been showing up pretty good recently. 51D plus up next, and another 51D plus segment. We have a freestyle segment called Second City Saints cut a promo insulting the Briscoe brothers' country roots. They start making fun of their accents. They start making fun of their chicken farms. They start making fun of them to no end. And then they come out and they clear house. And it's all 3 Second City Saints. Ace Steel is in there too. We're not leaving him out. He's kind of the tag-along third wheel buddy of CM Punk and Colt. Even though he trained them, he's just kind of there. No one really knows him except for CM Punk and Colt. But anyway, the Briscoes come out and they start clearing house. They're tossing them. They're just beating the shit out of them. 51D plus. Advances the storyline. Not much else. Whoa. In a real good match that had great wrestling and good heat. Super Crazy defeats Sanjay Dutt in 13:09 by pinfall with a crazy bomb. 75B minus. It's probably one of the best matches we've had on this series. It deserved better announcing. 86 from Super Crazy, 54 from Sanjay. No improvement, but that doesn't matter. Up next, we have Dustin Rhodes, the son of the late, well, not this time, not late, but the late great Dusty Rhodes, taking on Chris Sabin in a decent match. Rhodes defeats Sabin in 17:08 by pinfall with a running bulldog. 66 from him, 44 from Sabin, 64C plus overall. Pretty good, pretty good. Up next, I think in the semi-main event, we have the Second City Saints taking on the Prophecy for the tag team titles. In a decent match, Second City Saints defeat the Prophecy in 17:01 when Dan Maff was disqualified when Jay Briscoe ran in and attacked CM Punk along with his brother Mark. Second City Saints make defense number 2 of their ROH tag team titles, albeit by DQ. But that doesn't matter. A defense is a defense. Christopher Daniels carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. He had a 77. Head and shoulders above everybody else. Probably more than head and shoulders. Maybe head, shoulders, abdomen, knees, hips, knees. Maybe even ankle above everybody else. But we're lining up the Second City Saints for a push anyway, because they will be the next greats of this business. The next great tag team. They are the future. Anyway, the Second City Saints versus Briscoe Brothers feud continues. 60C. CM Punk's actually improving in technical skills, so that's pretty good. And then after that, we have a brawl between the two teams again, because this feud is heating up. They hate each other. Both teams brawl. There's chairs. There's, I don't know what other weapons they had usually in ROH shows back then. Heck, somebody has a freaking barbed wire bat, why not? They start brawling. They are just bloodied from all this weapon use, and then they eventually somehow coordinate themselves to go to the back. And that is a 59C. And in the main event, in a cage match, in a decent match, Bryan Danielson defeats Samoa Joe in the cage match in 24-22 by pinfall with a dragon suplex, and he wins the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. And before Samoa Joe can get up and just regain his bearings, he books it to the back, so Samoa Joe can't go on a rampage on him. 66C plus, 52 from Joe, 65 from Bryan, and that continues the storyline. And that is the end of, what show was this? At Our Best 2004. 67 overall, C plus. Increased our popularity in 2 regions. That is fantastic. We're going to make a speech. Who was the best? Christopher Daniels, definitely. We're going to point him out as a good example. Super Crazy. He was pretty good. We'll give him a compliment. We'll give him some compliments. Next up. Maybe Jerry Lynn. Maybe Jack. For doing the job. Yeah, we'll go with Jack. Doing the job and showing out, not just phoning it in. We'll give him a hug. He looks like a huggable guy. See him pleased. See him pleased. See him pleased. Look at her. She looks fake AF. She also looks pretty muscular. It looks like that looks like a pretty nice muscle there. Never mind. Look at that. We're at the top of the news today. Show was awesome. Got 43,000 viewers on the MSG network. All the ratings here again. 67C+. Nothing else noteworthy. What's this? Time to Heal. TV rating. Jack Evans just doesn't get it, Chris Sabin says. But we don't care what Sabin says. Anyway, that's all for this episode. I'll catch you homunculi, in the next one.